Welcome back to episode 16 of the Grassroots to Glory podcast. It's been 2 weeks, I believe, when you're hearing this. We didn't record last week, unfortunately, because, adult life stinks. And to be honest, all I want to do is talk about football. Who better to do that with than my wonderful co-host? So, how you been, my friend?
Hello.
You
Yeah,
normally start off with a rant, so should we?
all good.
Have we got anything to swear about this week?
You know what? Things are actually looking good. I will just quickly
Hold
say,
on a second. Wait,
yeah, I
hold
know
on. Just to
it's
make sure
mental,
we're
isn't
not
it?
lagging. Did you just say good?
Yeah, things are going well for once.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Life as a non-league fan is it's mainly downs, but it's had its ups recently.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
It's
No,
been
good.
good. Last week, I will say, it was my fault. I had a
Yeah,
client meeting at work, and I couldn't walk. I was
yeah,
absolutely livid. I got back. And I was just like, I can't even see straight. There's
yeah.
not a
And,
chance I'm recording.
and there's no chance I'm dealing with you like that.
Yeah, it was genuinely. We started maybe 1 p.m. and
yeah, I ain't your
I
dad, mate. I ain't dealing with that. I'm
yeah,
like,
I was. We must have been about 7 or 8 down before we'd even started eating, and
yeah,
it was disaster. So that's my fault, But we're back,
we are
um,
indeed. And
back with what's been going on. It's been good, been good. Can't believe
you
it.
speak for yourself. But
Chelmsford City, 3 wins on the bounce.
yeah,
Seems like the kind of break that they had, where they had a load of games postponed, has kind of given us a new lease of life a little bit. They brought in a load of loan players, which is never a good sign. But you know what? Like, they seem to actually be working. We did have a player leave today, funnily enough, but
hmm
he kind of become fourth choice centre back. Wasn't really
yeah.
getting the game time, so it's kind of moved on.
And at
But
that level, you can, don't you? You've got the privilege
yeah,
of being able to.
exactly. He's gone to a part time team. So there's no real commitment on his end. But yeah, you know what? It's going well. We beat Western. We got a bit of
Yep,
revenge for the FA Cup. We beat Horsham 3-2, some of the best limbs I've seen in a long, long time.
that was from behind as well, wasn't it? If I'm not.
We were 2-1 down
Mm.
about 85 or so minutes in,
Mhm.
and then won 3-2. Scored two in like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Last goal was in the 89th minute as they were announcing extra time. It was
beautiful.
scored the last one, a bit of a scramble, rolled it in,
Goal's a
the
goal.
limbs. We had people on the pitch, genuinely.
Beautiful.
Like, there were limbs going everywhere. People were just on their arse. It was just like, oh, it was beautiful. It was like, wasn't quite as good as the playoff limbs against
Mm.
Braintree, but it was like, with less people, it was that kind of level. Like, you had people spilling onto the pitch. It was great. Absolutely great. And then we beat Tonbridge 1-0 last night as well.
Nice.
Grafty game, but we won. We're now 2 points off of playoffs, and things are looking good. And I've got a little exclusive that Lyle Taylor is supposedly in talks to sign a new deal. So,
Do you think Harrop's got the dressing room back? Or
I mean, it's hard to say because it's a completely different dressing room. We've had so many players leave and come in. So, there's genuinely the squad that we started with. I think we actually looked. So, Horsham at home was our first game of the season. We
right?
worked it out. We were looking at the squad, who was playing and on the bench. There are only two players that were in that original squad in the first game there.
Yeah.
Like, so it's hard to say. I think the original dressing room, no, but the new lot, possibly.
Mm, okay.
But yeah, other than that, really good. Really good.
That's
It's
glad to
things are
hear you say a
positive.
positive thing about the club for a change, rather than
Yeah, things are good. It's, to be
yeah.
fair, like, I was never really like Harrop out.
No.
I always wanted to back the guy. I just found it really difficult, but I like I never was avidly like, Harrop out, get him out. I always wanted to back him. He was just making it hard,
Yeah. I think.
but it's
I think
going
as
well.
well. I'm not a huge fan of sacking managers mid-season because I think it just disrupts everything. I think that unless the results are like direly bad, in terms of on relegation, maybe then it's probably a sign to do something about it. But to sort of upset sort of mid season never generally works very well because you know you sort of break him like any chance of building anything because
Yeah,
he would have bought what players he wanted in. if he goes, all those players that he's brought in, the next manager might not work very well with them. Do you know what I mean? Never a
Mhm.
huge fan of getting rid of managers mid-season.
Yeah, yeah. I think certainly like a lot of when the Harrop out campaign kind of started in the fan base, that
Mm.
was very much I think a reactionary effect from losing in the FA Cup
Naturally.
because normally obviously it wouldn't be an issue, but because it was Western, a part-time team in our league at home, the expectation was there that we have to win.
But it
You
was a
have to
chance,
get
wasn't it?
yeah, best chance potentially in our lifetimes that we will have to make third round proper in the
Mhm.
position we are. Not saying one day we might be a league team. You never know. I'm dreaming here, but it's genuinely you never know.
Yeah, of course.
So like it's one of them where that was the absolute best chance we had, and I think there was a lot of reaction to that. Once that reaction, because that reaction kind of died down now, I think a lot of people are more coming to terms with,
Mhm.
you know what, at the end of the day, it was a really good FA Cup run still. There was a lot of
Yeah.
media attention on the club. There was, some really good results there. We got a really good result against Braintree. It ultimately it's not been that bad. It's
Mhm.
just some of the games. I think the play. I think part of it the play style's really dull. Like that's I think part of it that people are a little bit um iffy on. But overall, there is still a bit split, but it's a lot more positive, and obviously
Mhm.
that just comes with results. We've got Slough away next, which they're a part-time team at the bottom end of the table. Should be winning again. We've got a bit of an easier run of games for a while now. I think
It'd be
until Torquay away, maybe.
it'd be interesting to see what it's like towards the end of the season. And in terms of whether these easy run, you say they're easy run of games, if that's just going to paper over the cracks that sort of were
Mm.
there before this run. If they can continue it into a few harder fixtures, then maybe the issues, whatever was happening before, have been resolved. But from an outsider's point of view, it's interesting to see that if this continues into the harder games, maybe you've got something going, or if it's going to fall apart again. It'll be interesting to sort of see how
Yeah.
that pans out, I suppose.
I mean, our fixtures, we've got Slough away, Farnborough away, both like bottom kind of barrel teams.
Mm.
Not saying they're bad, like there is no real easy games in this league,
Yeah,
but Tottenham at home again should be winning that.
yeah,
Hornchurch away is probably the first one that's a test, but our record against Hornchurch is historically very, very good.
hmm
Um, in all the times I've seen him, I don't think I've ever seen us not win.
yeah.
Potentially, Hampton again, bottom team. Maidstone will be a test, and then again, just like Salisbury, Hemel, a lot of part-time teams. Torquay away, I think, is the real big one that coming
Yeah.
up. That already booked for it. Got the hotel booked. Doing a weekender. It's
hmm
going to be good, but that's the real test because our record against Torquay is not great. We've picked up a few wins here or there, but that's something I've noticed. Our record, so Hornchurch, our record's good. They're top of the league somehow. Um, Worthing, our record is a bit iffy. Torquay, your record's iffy. Dorking, we don't ever. I don't think I've ever seen us beat Dorking.
hmm
Western, we played twice already. We took 4 points. Hemel, we lost at their gaff, which we shouldn't have done. And Ebbsfleet, they took all 6 from us. So
hmm
they're the teams like above us. So
It's not dreadful then.
no, not awful, but it's the full-time teams there that are the problem. Our
Yeah.
record against the other full-time teams, Maidenhead as well, just behind us, a full-time team. We lost at their place, so it's the record's not great, but we'll see. But yeah, how's yours been? Yours has been, I think, for once, pretty miserable.
See, do you know what? It annoys me, and I've said this a million times. I might have even said it on here that a lot of the City fans that come in uh, after the sort of Etihad era, if you like, are all I mean, what was that stat that boy is not seen? He's seen us lose like
Oh yeah, I
nine
saw it on
times or something
Twitter.
ridiculous.
He's been
Whatever it is.
going to games. He's only a young lad. Him
Yeah,
and his dad have been going to games for something like 5 years, I think, and he's only seen us
yeah,
lose. You lose like 9 times.
it's ridiculous, right?
That is
And
mental.
and with that sort of success comes the entitled fans that they're now. I want to preface this by saying that there was no excuse to lose to Bodo midweek. That was just probably one of the worst performances I've seen us put in a long time. Although I will say I don't want it to be a discredit to Bodo because they were fantastic, like genuinely brilliant. Like they deserved every inch of that win. They didn't win because we were bad. They won through their own merit. They were brilliant. The 3 goals they scored were just brilliant goals. There's nothing I can say. Like I don't ever want to. I hate it when the narrative goes, "Oh well, one of the big teams lost, right? Because they were terrible," but no credit ever gets given to the quote smaller team. They were brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You take that on the chin. It's Champions League group. It's still important, but it's not as important because
I mean you're still through. So
well, you say that. If we don't beat Galatasaray tonight or tomorrow, we're in trouble. So,
where are you in that table?
I want to say we're like 9th now.
Oh yeah, it was top like 24 or something go through.
Yeah, but my issue is you go so that it's the top 8 that go through, and we're 11th. Sorry.
Yeah,
so the top 8
9th to 24th in it is like playoffs,
and then 9th to 24th playoffs. And in that playoffs, you've got teams like Barcelona, Atletico, Inter, Juventus, Dortmund.
So looking at it right now, because you've got a choice. So Barcelona would play. It's a draw, isn't it? So you could either get. So isn't it like 9th and 10th versus 23rd and 24th potentially? But it's drawn.
Like it's a bit spooky. I don't really understand it.
Currently, looking at it, if it was like as of right now, if it stays how it is, you'd likely have like Monaco or PSV.
Yeah, which do you know what? Based off our current form, I'm not so sure.
I mean, I remember the Monaco. I can't remember the score, but it was Monaco in Champions League, and it was something silly like the aggregate was like 6-5 or something. When they had like Mbappe, I think they had like Martial and players like that.
Might have even been the year before Bernardo come to us. I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, and then obviously the famous losing to Lyon in the 16 when Pep decided not to play a DM.
Sterling missed like an absolute open goal.
We had played a DM the entire season. That one game, he goes, nah, and then we get absolutely ripped apart.
Yeah.
Besides the point. Also, quickly, I just want to say I'm now an honorary Bodo Glimt fan. I think they're brilliant. They're sick.
I want to do the ground at some point.
I want to see him go through. I don't think it's likely, but I'd love to see.
I think they're still down. Yeah, they're still down there.
At the moment, unfortunately. But
I need team. Who's their last game against?
Atletico Madrid.
Away. Yeah, no chance.
You never know. But so obviously we ideally need to beat Galatasaray tomorrow. We've got a lot of injuries and a lot of players that are all other sort of new signings aren't viable. They're not allowed to play. So be interesting to see what team they put out. And credit, all respect to Bodo, but I think Galatasaray are a better team than them. So if we got steamed by them, I'm not overly hopeful. But then obviously the weekend after we were due to record the last episode, we get absolutely pumped by Man United.
Yeah.
So, and again, luckily I missed that game. I'm glad that I did because apparently it was absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, we were at one of the home game, Western at home, and my mate just goes, Jesus Christ, like United just got 3 offside goals against Man City. Yeah. And I was like, what? I had a look and saw it was 2-0 and it could have been 5. And I was like, what has happened?
Yeah, I caught the highlights and we just got pumped. Like, there's no question about it. Man United were the better team by far. Anyone that says any different is just genuinely coping. And then sort of go on to the weekend and we beat Wolves and everyone's thinking, oh, this is brilliant. But I mean, in fairness, it's Wolves. Like, they've picked up. I mean, they picked up a few more points now, but they've got 8 points, and we're over halfway through the season. So
I think they'll beat Derby's record now. I don't think they'll end with less than 11 now,
which is a shame because I wanted it to happen. But I don't know, man. It just the thing that people need to realise, going back to what I was saying initially with the entitlement, people got to realise we're still second. We're still breathing down Arsenal's neck for the league. Like Arsenal,
Hmm.
this quote super team who, I mean, let's be honest, they're going to bottle it again, aren't they? Like it's not looking good for them. But again, they get pumped by Man United. Like it's not looking good, right? For Arsenal fans, you should expect this. You're halfway through the season, your ass falls out your pants. Like you had a gap again of 9 points. That gap is now close to 4. So, and we're terrible. To be perfectly honest with you,
Yeah,
we're not good. Like, I genuinely think we're joint points with Villa. We're only above them on goal difference. I genuinely think Villa are probably a better team than us right now. Um, it, but again, people need to realise that we're still second, and we have been a lot worse than this. A lot worse than this. And people are saying, "Oh, it's gonna if it's a trophyless season, Pep needs to leave." Blah 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 blah. Now, I I compare it to obviously Wenger at Arsenal. He was there for a very very long time, and the football left him, didn't it? Really, towards the end of his tenure, it weren't great, and I think he probably should have left a lot sooner. Um,
possibly. I mean, he was still getting them top four with an absolute
yeah,
mid squad. Like that
but
squad was not good, and he was
just
getting them.
in comparison, I mean, obviously it depends on what squad, but in comparison to what he'd done with the team towards his end of his tenure, he
Oh
could
yeah,
have
yeah,
left.
of
You know,
course. But I guess like if you put that Arsenal like '03, early 2000 squad against Arsenal in like 2010,
oh
like any manager would have got
yeah,
absolutely battered.
yeah. It's probably something to do with why Emery didn't
It's
work at Arsenal. It was a
his squad
terrible.
was terrible. You had a
Yeah,
Van Persie that didn't want to be there. You had
yeah,
a Samir Nasri that was on his way out to
yeah,
City. You had like his squad was so thin, and he was still consistently getting them like Champions League quarterfinals, semi-finals, top
yeah,
four. I
yeah.
think I think
I
he was
just
more forced out.
yeah. I mean, and this is what people are saying about Pep now that he's been here 10 years. Is it time to move on? And I think what you got to realize is Pep Guardiola has given me especially and a lot of our fans the best times we've ever seen as a club. You know,
Yeah.
minus the win against when it wasn't against you, but minus the the league win with the Aguero 93-20. Minus that, we've won our first Champions League against Inter. We've won 4 or 5. Was it 4 leagues on the bounce? Which
Mhm.
is ridiculous. You see the Centurions. I think the things that we've accomplished with Pep, you couldn't ask for anything more. So for me to see, bear in mind we're second, still in every competition, to see people going, "Oh, Pep needs to leave because we lost 2 games in a row," is just like I almost want to say, "Okay, get rid of him, right? Get rid of him, and we'll bring in the next manager." And I can bet you money, unless you bring in like a massive name, I don't know who, maybe there's talks of Maresca. Um, you bring in a Maresca,
Massive.
watch what happens. Then you'll be going, "Oh, I wish we never got rid of Pep." Like, you know, unless
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned. I was annoyed about the Man United result. Naturally, I think to pretty much roll over and let them, let them run all over us. Not even to put up a fight is embarrassing. Um, Bought in obviously a few signings already. Obviously Semenyo, he's hit the ground running. He's 4
Yeah,
goals
good
in
start.
5.
Yeah.
Or 5 and 4, whatever way around it is. He's done really, really well. And obviously Mark Gahey, which I am probably in the minority here. I don't think 20 million for him is brilliant,
Yeah, that's a
amazing,
steal. Yeah, it's a
but
steal.
300 grand a week,
Yeah, that's
really?
excessive. Yeah,
Like,
unbelievable centre back, but like,
I,
just that's a lot of money.
I just don't think he's as good as everyone makes it out to be. Time will tell, right? At the moment, he was playing in a Crystal Palace team. He's played for England, right? No disrespect to Palace, they've done brilliantly, and now they've fallen off a cliff. And he's
Mm.
probably one of our better centre backs in an England shirt. But time will tell to see if he performs at the highest level in terms of club, because he's never, he's done the FA Cup final. CO plays in the Champions League or against, a Real Madrid or someone like that, to see if he gets exposed.
Yeah.
That's my concern with players like that. They've not done it at the top level in terms of club football. If he performs, I'll take my words back and say brilliant signing. At the moment, I'm apprehensive. 300k a week is a lot of money. I guess, he's young, he's English, there's a tax there, obviously. But we'll see. Apparently he was really good against Wolves. But again, it's Wolves. He's not playing against Galatasaray again. He's not ready. Not eligible. Sorry. So we'll see. Time will tell. I think our next sort of big game would probably be Newcastle in the Cup. Sort of the next sort of. No, correction. We've got Spurs first, haven't we? So, and they've always been a bogey team for us. So we'll see how he performs there and sort of.
I'm just having a quick look whilst you were talking of like the player salaries this year. So these are some of the other players on 300 grand a week.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got or 300 grand a week or close to. So not going to bother. So Haaland and Salah are like way above.
Yeah.
Then you've got Van Dijk 350.
Worth it.
Casemiro 350.
Probably
bit overpriced.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think 300 possibly from when he came in, yes.
Yeah,
but now that's over.
It's his age, isn't it?
Yeah. Raheem Sterling 325.
Yeah, that's mental.
Back in the day, maybe.
Yeah, City Sterling. Yes.
Bernardo Silva 300.
Yeah, I'd pay every penny.
Then Bruno Fernandes 300.
Every penny worth it.
I think most of those players are better than Gahey.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Marmoush 295.
That's insane. Although, no, I can't back it. Actually, I was going to try and back it. I can't. No, yeah, that's
not a chance. Some of these salaries are just mental.
Bernardo Silva, though, I'd pay 600k a week. I think he's criminally underrated. I really do. Really do.
Hang on, who was that? Oh, it's Jan. As of Jan. I mean, you've got Donnarumma 250k a week.
Worth it.
You think?
100%.
250k?
100%. Not even a question. Yeah.
For a goalkeeper?
Yeah. Top class, world class keeper. Young still. Italy's number one. Yeah, 100%. Won the treble with PSG. No question.
So what about Rodri then?
Oh, mate,
220 a week, Rodri.
Yeah, he should be on
Surely
more.
He would be,
no. I mean, I think there were talks of a new deal. I think, unfortunately, it's stalled. I think he's not been Ballon d'Or Rodri, but then coming back from an ACL injury is hard. But yeah, no, I'd be paying. If it were me, I'd be paying similar wages to what we were paying KDB. Because he's that important to us.
You're looking at it. Gahey is currently second. He's the second highest paid centre back in the league behind Van Dijk.
That's I don't get it. I mean,
higher paid than Gabriel Saliba.
And by the way, I think Saliba signed a new deal last year. I want to say as well.
250 he's on.
Was it last season or the season before? He was the best centre back in the world, and he's on less.
Yeah, it's mental money.
I think it is purely because the fee was only 20 million, plus the fact that he's English and plus the fact that he's young is the only reason why he's getting paid that much. I don't know what he was on at Palace, but I bet he's
no idea. Won't be near that.
Not even close. No,
he's got a massive pay rise out of that.
Yeah, bro's living life now, and he's just. He signed a 5-year deal, I think it is, at 300k a week at the age of 25, is he, or something?
Yeah, it's mental. Absolutely mental.
But that's unfortunately Premier League football for you. It's just getting.
It is mad, like looking at the top players, and half of them are yours.
Yeah, we have probably. I think it's the biggest wage bill, should I say?
Because I'm looking at it actually
Mm.
interestingly, because obviously there was always that thing like, oh, United massively overpay, but looking at the top like 20, there's only one or two.
I think United's problem is that they spent money on players that we discussed it, didn't we, last time? They
Yeah, they obviously weren't
spent
good enough.
high amounts on players that just didn't do anything. You know, and again, it's not just Man United. Like they just everyone just drills into them because they were the best team for a decade or whatever, and now they've done nothing.
Mm.
So it's easy to it's low hanging fruit in it at this point.
It's mental. Gabriel, 150k a week. That's cheap.
Yeah, for a centre back of his stature, like
Oh, he's
although
easily one of the best in the league.
yeah, I think as soon as they actually win something, I think people can't argue it. At the moment, I think people use the argument of, "Oh, they've not won anything."
I guess maybe, yeah.
It's unfair, admittedly, if I was being unbiased, because you can still be the best at something, even if you don't win. But in football, especially football fans, they're very finicky and very, you know, oh, you haven't got as many trophies as me, so therefore you're worse. It's the black and white
Yeah.
a lot of the time, But no, it's interesting to. I mean, I don't know how we got on a tangent about wage bills, but yeah, that's my City ramble. We'll see. I'm still confident that we can win the league, but we shall see. I think Arsenal are struggling a little bit to finish games off. It seems so. Yeah, I mean,
see what happens.
yeah, absolutely. I think before we get into today's topic, did you want to quickly touch on AFCON? Because I think
Oh Jesus, I
we
forgot about that.
didn't last time we
Yeah.
recorded. I think the final was due to be played, and it got a bit
Oh, it's beautiful. It's
spicy.
absolutely
But
beautiful.
I'll let you have
So
this because you watched it. So
yeah, me and my mates were watching it. It was really dull, to be honest. The first 85 minutes, nothing happened. Both teams were kind of cancelling each other out a bit, and then all of a sudden, 80. It was late on. It must have been like 86th plus minute.
mm,
Brahim Diaz goes down in the box, and it looks like there's really nothing in it. It's basically Senegal. I can't remember the name. It is now who it was for the life of me, but Senegalese player. I'd like to say it's like Diouf or something.
mhm.
Has his arm around Brahim Diaz, but it's very, very loose. And as he's turned, Brahim Diaz has gone down.
It was really soft.
Yeah, it's never a penalty. And they were VAR were looking at this for like ages, and then gave it. And basically, the Senegalese players and the manager decided to just completely leave. They walked off the pitch and just refused to play. Went
Yeah.
into the dressing room. The only player left there was Mane, who was like screaming at his players to get back on the pitch, which fair play to him.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was a terrible decision followed by an absolutely pathetic reaction, which then led to eventually something ridiculous, like 100 and something minutes. It's like 120 plus minutes in. They came back on the pitch. Brahim Diaz,
117 was it?
yeah, it was something ridiculous.
Yeah.
The penalty finally got taken, and Brahim Diaz tries to Panenka it straight into the keeper. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, it was so bad.
He decides to Panenka in the AFCON final when, bear in mind, Morocco have not won an AFCON since, I think, like the 50s.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's been a ridiculous. It might be 50 years since they won. It might be the 70s, but it was they haven't won in like 50 plus years.
Mm.
And they are right now. They are easily the best team in Africa. They should have walked that competition realistically, and it was absolutely stupid. I don't know what he was thinking. Did a Panenka, then basically got dragged off the pitch and subbed off.
Yeah.
They then played extra time. Senegal go and score an unbelievable goal and then win the whole thing. And you just, oh my god. Yeah, it was mental. It was. And then you got Morocco players brawling with the reserve Senegal keeper because he's holding a towel. And honestly, it was cinema. And it's why I love AFCON. That sort of thing just doesn't happen in other competitions.
Nah, imagine like Christ, if everyone started walking off the pitch
Yeah, genuinely,
from
the whole
dodgy
team.
VAR positions in like Prem, we'd have no
Yeah,
bloody
there'd be no games.
no games ever. They'd all be abandoned.
It was genuinely like it was just Mane on the pitch. Everyone else was gone,
Yeah,
and he was like, "What am I supposed to do here?" It's just mental. I've never seen anything like it. But it made for some good viewing, and yeah, Senegal, fair play, well done.
yeah, yeah,
Won
absolutely.
that, won it, won the Afcon. Terrible penalty decision, but yeah, the reaction was silly.
It's kind of one of those ones of vindication that they won it
Yeah,
because
ultimately, like it is a bit of karma. It's just I don't like the way they reacted.
you mean walking off the
Yeah,
pitch.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
like
I
the
agree.
reaction at
Yeah,
all.
I agree with that. Yeah, I
But
think that's ridiculous.
fair play. I think a lot of people were like, yeah, fair play to Senegal for winning in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace, Morocco. I suppose
Yeah, that is a mistake Brahim Diaz will never make again. I can guarantee he will not try that ever again.
if he ever plays for Morocco again, if
Oh God,
they
honestly,
let him, you know.
honestly, literally got as soon as that happened and it went to full time, he got subbed off.
Yeah,
Literally just took him off. I don't necessarily think it's because of that. I think it's just he wasn't in the right headspace afterwards because he's like crying after it and everything. It's like, yeah, okay, he's come off, mate.
well, the equivalent of that, I guess, not quite the same, but when we lost on pens as England, Rashford and Saka, when it that missed, they could have taken the penalties better, didn't, and it's horrible to
Yeah,
lose a
it's
final for your country, isn't it?
you just got to move on at
But
that
you
point.
got to crack on and keep going, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah, it was good viewing. I will say. Get
yeah,
me to Uganda for 2027 is all I can
well,
say.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, I thought we'd touch on that because obviously we haven't recorded for 2 weeks, so we're sort of trying to don't want to go too much into detail because to be honest with you, it's old news, but it's always worth talking about just to sort of touch on because as people probably know, you're quite a big
Hmm.
Afcon man,
I like the
so
African football.
it's worth touching on. But so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I guess that leads us nicely into the
Yeah.
topic,
So
which
yeah, there's a little game basically that
hmm,
I've drawn up.
should be
So
interesting.
speaking of international football, it was something that me and my mates were doing when we were in Farnborough when it got postponed. We were bored watching Step Six football, so we just started messing around doing that. And I thought, oh, you know what? Let's do it on the pod. So basically, the game is I have kind of drawn a list of about 20 or so. We obviously can add or take away whoever.
Hmm.
But it's basically we've got a list of international nations, and basically we've got to go like without any prep, just who we think the best player that has ever played for that nation is.
This,
Um,
yeah,
there are some caveats. So, for example, no Argentina or Portugal, just because I feel like I've tried to pick nations that there are multiple options.
yeah,
With Portugal, I mean Ronaldo. Realistically, I mean who else are you going to say? Like Eusebio, but
mm,
he's not Ronaldo. And
yeah,
Argentina, there's two. It's either
yeah,
Maradona or
yeah,
Messi,
yeah,
and it's like
or
realistically for us,
Sebastian Veron. So,
oh yeah, definitely Gabriel Heinzer. It's just there's not many options.
yeah,
So I wanted to pick ones that there's at least like three or four options that you could
mhm.
realistically pick from. Um, so I've done
God,
that. There
I'm
are
not
some
looking forward to this.
there are some caveats. So for example, I will just a little spoiler alert: Russia is one of them, but I will count Soviet Union as.
Okay,
So there are some caveats, and there is a few examples of that, and I'll get to them as we get to them. So let's start off. I'll start off with this one's actually quite tricky because there is so many that you
okay.
could. Brazil, greatest
God,
Brazilian player, because there's about I can think of maybe like God. So you've got
that's
obvious like
horrible.
you've got Pele,
Mm.
R9 Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos. You got so many to be honest. That's just to name a few. I mean, if you want to go far back, you got Zico. Like, there's so many you could pick from. The greatest Brazilian player of all time.
I don't know.
in a series of historically the nation that has probably had the greatest players to ever
That's
play on
so
average.
hard, man.
So many.
Why have you started with Brazil?
Because I knew it's a difficult one. So I thought let's start off hard.
Okay.
But you will know players. For me, R9, Ronaldo. For me, I think one of the greatest players I've ever seen play. Pele. A lot of his career wasn't documented, so I don't know.
I don't believe the 1,000 goal stat. I really don't. I reckon
it potentially did. It's just
I reckon he was in his back garden.
Look, this is the thing. It could have been because a lot of his career wasn't documented. But yeah, R9 for me. Ronaldinho is an honourable mention. But there's so many you could have.
I think. Oh, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go Roberto Carlos.
Roberto Carlos. I mean, look, that's a fair. It's not a bad shout at all.
My affinity to defenders is quite. I do like a defender. And obviously, he had a hell of a fucking shot on him. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Carlos. I think I would have honourable mention for me would have been R9.
Yeah, R9 100% for me. I think he's one of the best players I've ever seen play football. Like I've been lucky enough to see him like live as well in person, and he's just unbelievable.
Just even for the trim,
class trim, just top bod. He was I think for him. There are so many though. Moving on to one. So this one, you'd think this one wouldn't be as hard, but there's actually not a lot of like new names. It's a lot of older ones. Germany, and we'll count East and West from back in the day. So you can have.
I've got mine straight away.
I can only think of two.
Oh, okay.
Who's yours?
I went France. I'm going to go with Franz Beckenbauer.
Yeah, that's one for sure.
Kaiser, man. He won the World Cup as a player and a manager.
Yes, he did.
Sick player, like absolute.
He'd be easily one of the best defenders to ever do it.
Oh, yeah. Like when people say defender, I think that's what he embodies, like actual defending. Just like like big man. You know what I mean? Okay,
100%. So him. It was him or Gerd Muller for me.
Okay, he's got a trophy named after him.
Yeah, Muller obviously known for just crazy amount of goals, but you've got the same problem in that some of his career just wasn't documented. So was it like who?
Schweinsteiger?
Absolutely not.
No?
Absolutely not. I think if you want to name, I think Matthaus is another one that you could name.
Philipp Lahm, he was German, wasn't he?
Who?
Was he? Am I making that up?
Who? Say his name? I think so.
Yeah, he was German.
I'm sure he was, yeah.
Why did I think he was? I said it and then I went, wait, is he Dutch? No, he's German.
Yeah, definitely not Dutch.
Yeah. Philipp Lahm, maybe?
I don't think he was good as Beckenbauer.
No, I'm not saying he is.
Matthaus. Yeah, I think there's not many new names. I mean, Miroslav Klose maybe is an option. Thomas Muller. There's not many. I don't think like in this. I mean, Ozil again, not of all time, but he's certainly. There's not many. I don't think new ones. Maybe Neuer. There's another shout, but for me, Beckenbauer or Gerd Muller. Yeah. Just Gerd Muller's not. I'm not 100% on because again, a lot of his career just wasn't documented, so I don't know. Yeah. This one again, there's a few options here. What about Italy?
Do you know? You should be noticing the trend at this point. The names I keep picking.
Be a defender.
Of course, it's got to be Maldini.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That was my initial one. Yeah, there's a few.
I was going to think you could shout for maybe like Baggio or Cannavaro, but because Cannavaro won a Ballon d'Or, didn't he?
Did, yeah.
So, but again, Ballon d'Or's a bit of a scam. So,
there were 5 names I can think of for Italy.
Okay.
So first one was Maldini, then Baggio, then Cannavaro, then Pirlo, and then Buffon. They were the ones
Yeah,
I come up with, but Maldini. If I had to pick one, Maldini, best
yeah,
defender I've ever seen play football.
yeah. He's
I seen him in person as
bonkers.
well. Absolutely crazy. The longevity as well.
These are proper defenders, man. Like not these defenders now that go down in the box when they get
Yeah,
sniffed at
there's
and then
very
get
few like proper defenders around
yeah,
these days. You got Van Dijk,
yeah,
probably
yeah,
about it.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's probably about it in the
yeah,
Prem anyway.
yeah, yeah.
What about France? Again, there's numerous for this.
Is there?
Yeah, I immediately got 4
Hmm. Um,
just off the top of my head.
I'm trying to think.
One of
I
them's a
can't.
bit rogue, maybe, but
I'm thinking. I've got one that I know. I'm just trying to think of some sort of honourable mentions. Uh, Go on,
who's your
give me yours first. Like, I don't,
so my one is Zidane.
yeah,
I
yeah,
all out. I think the
yeah,
best, one of the best players to ever do it.
yeah. 100%.
I've got
Manager,
Platini.
player,
Yeah,
everything.
both. To be fair,
Yeah,
he's done very well in both regards.
yeah.
I've got Platini, Henri, and then a bit of
Mm.
a rogue one, but I think could be is Mbappe.
Oh
I think
no.
in raw as a raw player, I think he certainly
Uh,
can be considered.
France's best.
I think certainly. I think he could be up
I
there.
I think Olivier Giroud's got a better like
No,
yeah.
Mbappe's a better overall
Mm.
player than Giroud ever has
No,
been.
maybe when careers are done, but nah. I think that I just think Mbappe is really overrated.
Oh,
I stand by that. I just think and I don't like him purely because of the way he acted with PSG. Uh, I think he's got a huge attitude problem, and yeah, I mean, obviously he was incredible for their World Cup recently, even though they lost. But yeah, I'm not feeling it, man. I think undoubtedly it's got to be Zidane.
yes,
Just
I think he is probably the one.
yeah.
But yeah, there were the 4 I could name. That's about. Who else was it you said was overrated? Was it Bellingham?
Yeah, Bellingham is
Where it like
overrated.
sparked a bit of outrage. That's
He is
just
overrated.
that's mental.
Nah, it's not mental. He is overrated.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
bro.
We're not going into
Nah,
this again.
washed.
But
Man.
it's absolutely not.
Yeah.
Next one. I think I've got maybe 4 or 5 just thinking off the top of my head. Spain.
See again. I always I like to try and come up with honorable mentions. First person that comes to my head though, and I think it's correct, is Iniesta.
Yeah, mine was Xavi.
Yeah, I
was my
think
first.
that
But
would be
either or
mine.
though.
Yeah, 100%. That
Like,
midfield as the two of them, just
2 of the best midfielders.
I think
in
I
our
even put
lifetime.
them in my
You put them in the greatest of all time,
11.
which upset
So,
me. Yeah,
know,
that was
a backer. I think as a
because
pairing,
I had Maradona and Zidane, and you had these 2.
yeah, as a pairing, I think
Outrageous.
just
Yeah, in our lifetime, 100%.
yeah,
Yes. These 2, but I also thought of like I think it might be a bit rogue, but Iker Casillas,
yeah,
one of the best keepers of our lifetime. I had Raul as well.
yeah.
Was
Different
also
Madrid.
unreal.
I would hazard for a more of a modern name as Carvajal. You know, the amount he's won with Madrid. You know, Spain.
There's a modern shout, yeah. I think the others are better.
Of course, but as a modern shout, I think.
Yeah. I certainly it's not like unfair to say.
Sergio Ramos. You know.
Yeah. Ramos was one I was gonna say. Yeah, Ramos, Puyol.
Yeah.
I think Ramos was probably better than Puyol throughout his whole career. But
so. And the fact he's still going.
Yeah. It's bonkers. Yeah, Ramos 100% up there. Probably the best Spanish defender I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That I can think of, because you got to think like before 2010, Spain weren't amazing. They never really had good teams.
No, that's true.
They've only been a really solid team in the last probably 20 years, maybe.
Another sort of modern one is you've got to put Rodri up there. Like, you have to.
Yeah, I think yeah, certainly for a modern shout.
It's a difficult conversation to have these days with all these players because obviously when we were younger, the likes of Zinedine Zidane and stuff, and a lot of people put a lot of prevalence on nostalgia tax, and
Mm.
it's hard to compare old players to players that are still playing now because if we had this same conversation 20 years down the line, players like Carvajal, Rodri, Sergio Ramos, etc., won't be playing, right? They'll
Oh
have
no,
ended
of
their
course.
careers. You'd look back and more modern day footballers would go, oh, Sergio Ramos is the best defender I've ever seen. Rodri is the best midfielder I've ever seen. Like, people will say that. It's really
Yeah,
hard
definitely.
to go, like, obviously, we've seen all these incredible players. The new generation will see the new incredible players. They never would have seen Xavi and Iniesta play together. It's
Some of them might not have ever seen
even
Messi and
no,
Ronaldo play.
that's a scare. I don't like that thought.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just madness.
yeah, but no, I
Now,
think
yeah, I think there's so many shouts. What about now? This one genuinely, I thinking about it, I'm actually struggling. What about England?
oh,
Because there's a few that you could, but it's hard to say. Again, like for me, like Bobby Charlton springs to mind, but again, a lot of career wasn't documented. I don't know. So
yeah,
obviously, I appreciate he was incredibly good, but I don't. It's hard to say because I can't watch a lot of it back because it just doesn't exist.
yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
know if I have to think of like ones. You've got a
There's
few, like I mean, Gerard, um, Rooney.
Harry
Um,
Kane.
yeah, certainly. I think Gerard is probably a better overall player than those two.
Frank
Thinking,
Lampard's a better player than Gerrard.
you think? I see. I think this is another debate, like the whole Gerard Lampard skulls debate.
Yeah,
I think Gerard out of the three for me as an
I think
overall player.
I think I hate. I mean, it's not the debate. It's the people. Some people pick Gerrard because of the Liverpool team that he was in, but Frank
Yeah,
Lampard was the highest scoring midfielder, won countless trophies, just a better player in my opinion. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think you'll find anyone that will go, "That's a ridiculous shout to say that Stevie Gerrard was better.
I thought you were going
Scholes
to
was
come out with
better."
Gerard's overrated for a minute. I was
No,
gonna
no, 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 no. You got to respect where
Yeah, no,
respect is
they're
due.
all.
You know what I mean? But anyone that puts Bellingham in that conversation, by the way, needs to
No,
bloody
no,
check
he's
him.
not. Bellingham's not on their level. I
Not
think.
even
I mean,
close.
if you're looking at trophies, then Skulls tops it, but it's
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like out of the two of them, like I think people overlook Skulls
he
because
gets overlooked out of the three of them. Yeah, 100%.
you know.
Skulls
But
has got some of the best passing I've ever seen in a
I think
footballer
it's people's
ever.
hate of Man United that why he gets overlooked. But Skulls was brilliant.
Oh yeah, because he was in an unbelievable team as well. But
Yeah,
like he stayed in that unbelievable team for like
yeah. I
what
mean, he
20
retired and
plus
then come
years.
back.
Yeah,
Didn't he? You
and
know
he
what I mean?
still made the team. It like
Man
shows
come
how good
back,
he was.
went to JJB Sports, bought a pair of Puma bibs, and played the
Yeah,
next day.
and, and absolutely played the whole team off the park.
Like,
Like,
what do you mean? Like, you
he
know,
j- yeah,
I
I
actually,
think,
side note, I actually really like him as like not a pundit, but as like a personality. I think he
yeah,
has
I think
some
he's a
really
bit
good
flat,
opinions.
but I think he's knowledgeable, very knowledgeable,
I like
sensible.
that
But I
part of
think,
it. He's very
yeah,
analytical.
I think he's just a little bit flat.
He doesn't like glaze anything. He just says it how it is. And I
Yeah,
like it, but that's not the point. Back to England. I
Gerard. I mean, you got Gascoigne.
yeah.
I think Gerard for me. I think he's the best overall. I think he had a bit of everything. Um,
Do you know what? I'm gonna say Harry Kane. I think
oof.
England's captain. Um, I've got more. I do think, and although he's highly rated, I do think he's still underrated. I think Harry Kane is an
I
absolute
do agree
top
with you
top
on that.
striker,
Yes, I do think Kane is
and
underrated.
I think when he finished his career, unfortunately, obviously he was at Spurs and didn't win anything, and got on to Bayern and carried them. And for England, without him, we look a bit. I just
Mm.
think Harry Kane's all round game as a striker as well is phenomenal. Even coming deep and carrying the ball, like, I just think underrated. And
Yeah,
not,
there
but
are
again, I'm not going to argue against Steven Gerrard. Like,
there are some other names. I mean, Bobby Moore, as
yeah,
well. Again, a bit before our time. I say
yeah,
like way before our time. Gordon Banks.
yeah,
You've got
yeah,
your likes of Jimmy Greaves and I mean, even if you want to go look at defenders, you've got John Terry, Ferdinand.
Yeah.
So
I'll
there's
never
so
know
many,
Ferdinand,
but
unfortunately.
if I had to give it to one, I'm sticking with Gerrard. Stick with
Okay,
Gerrard.
fair enough. No, I don't hate it, but my vote would be for Kane. I think.
Yeah, fair play. Now this one, again, I struggle to come up with anyone. Just thinking about it, I'm struggling to come up with anyone modern. What about the Netherlands?
Oh,
I've got a bunch of names, but none of them like modern.
none of them are modern. Yeah, I can't think
No.
of any. I'm trying to. A modern one would be Van Dijk.
Yes, yeah, it's a good shout for a modern one, but I think I've got
but
4 or 5. I think were better players.
what I would call the godfather of football, I think it's got to be Johan Cruyff.
Yeah, he was the first one that came to mind.
He was the one that taught Pep pretty much everything he knows, and because of that, I've seen my club win what I've seen it win. So I don't think I'm going to get shifted.
Oh yeah,
and as a player, like
yeah,
yeah,
to ever do it.
Yeah,
unbelievable. But you've got Van Basten,
yeah,
Ruud Gullit, Rijkaard. You've got Dennis Bergkamp could be in that conversation.
Seedorf was Dutch, really.
Yeah,
yeah.
This is a lot, to be fair, but
Dutch has some very good players.
Yeah, I mean you've got Wesley Sneijder. I think
I thought you were going to say Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Blade. Bloody
Sorry,
vampire.
Yeah.
Blade is the best Dutch player to ever play. Was he Wesley Snipes?
Oh, I just hear Wesley, and I'm like, hold on a second, lads. No, he didn't play football. I mean, he might have done, but
yeah, Wesley Snipes, best Dutch player I've ever seen play. There's a lot, but none of them new. Yeah. None of them. I mean, Van Persie, probably not as good as some of these others, but
no, I think
certainly up there.
Most modern one.
Robin. Yeah, I think 100%. Yeah, I think he's the best player they've had for a while. Ian Robben, maybe a bit of a rogue. But yeah, I think Cruyff is probably the ultimate. Yeah. This one again, I've got 2. What about Uruguay?
Oh.
Now, barring like when they were good in like 1930s when they were winning World Cups, like obviously we don't know any of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I could name you a couple of the players, but I wouldn't be able to tell you like anything about them.
No.
I've got 2.
I've got 1, but it's a bit boring.
Is it Suarez?
Yeah.
By any chance? Yeah. So Suarez is, I think, the obvious one. I've got Forlan as well.
I forgot he was Uruguayan.
That could be considered, but I do think like Suarez was probably, I think, overall at peak better player.
Yeah.
But Forlan, I think, certainly is a fair shout.
I'm just trying to think, is there anyone else? Because obviously they were a great footballing nation.
Yeah, about 100 years ago.
Yeah, maybe we're just completely like...
Yeah, it's a tough one because it's like there are going to be some players that were absolutely ridiculous back like when they were winning World Cups, but again,
we're just not going to know.
You had like Enzo Francescoli, who's a very Italian name, but he was Uruguayan.
Early 90s, isn't he?
No, God, no, he's like 60s. Played. No. Yeah, he was around. Well, he started playing in 70s. I'm thinking that he was born in the 60s, started playing in 70s. I think he finished his career in the 90s, maybe.
Oh, he played for
River Plate. I know that much.
He played Wanderers in the 80s. He started in the 80s. He's in Marseille, early 90s. Torino, River Plate. Yeah,
he's most known for River Plate, I'm sure. He was there for ages, and then went back and retired there. He's like a legend at that club. But again, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, he is unbelievable. He was like crazy. But I don't know enough about him as a player.
Listen, centre back Diego Godin. He was your player.
Yeah, I think the others are better.
Player Cavani.
Yeah, Cavani, Godin. Certain options. You got Varela, maybe.
I think it is just Luis Suarez, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Forlan or Suarez for me.
Yeah.
Forlan for longevity. But
Yeah.
Suarez, I think overall. This one again, you're probably only going to get modern ones for this one because they weren't very good up until the kind of golden generation. So what about Belgium?
It's KDB.
I think it's either him or Eden Hazard for me.
I just think Eden Hazard's problem is that when he left Chelsea, he just dropped off a cliff. I think that was the only problem. He just, he got fat apparently and just couldn't be bothered. Chelsea, Eden Hazard, unplayable.
Yes,
the best winger in the world at the time.
At the time, yeah, certainly up there.
And then just gets his dream move and then just goes, well, I'm getting paid like $400,000 a week here, lads. McDonald's. Like, he's just not interested, which is a shame because I just think he lets himself down.
McDonald's. I don't know what I'm saying.
I just think he lets himself down slightly. I mean, I don't hate the shout, but I just think he let himself down a bit.
I mean, company. But yeah, I think De Bruyne is probably the sensible option. But
I don't think you can argue either way. I think, but yeah, De Bruyne. I think just
Marouane Fellaini.
What, didn't he leave you to go to Chinese league?
Yeah, something. Yeah, God knows. Best chest control I've ever seen, though. Best chest control I've ever seen. But best trim, best unibrow.
Yeah, maybe
like red cards.
Nah, maybe it's Fellaini then. Maybe that's what it is.
Marouane Fellaini. I mean, Romelu Lukaku.
Nah.
No, obviously not. But
some daft.
What about strikers? Best striker for Belgium ever?
Belgium striker.
Lukaku.
If that's your best striker, then you got problems.
Most expensive football player of all time.
Is it not Pogba?
Nope. Lukaku is the highest transfer fee in total of any player to ever play football. Mental.
That's insane.
Because he's had about 3 transfers that are all like 80 mil.
Why? He's bad. I don't get it.
So he went from like Chelsea bought him for crazy money, then United bought him for crazy money, and then Inter bought him for crazy money.
And then Chelsea bought him back for me.
Yeah, it's like he's gone. He's something ridiculous, like 300 million in total has been spent on him, like in fees.
Maybe he's just, who is it that they thought was like Alvaro Morata, isn't it? That like maybe he's just like
he just goes back and forth, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just there to like launder money. Maybe that's what Lukaku is. Maybe it's just let's just keep selling him on. And,
yeah, genuinely, it is like Morata. It's just Atletico, Juventus, Atletico. It's just like back and forth over and over again. Maybe it's just him.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, he's not even at either of them anymore. But
where is he now?
God knows.
Juventus, isn't he? Or is he not?
No, it's like Como, isn't it, or something?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's somewhere in Italy, but I know it's not. I have to check. Yeah, Como. He's on loan from Milan to Como.
God's sake, man.
He'll be back, don't worry. He'll be back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he'll get sold to Atletico again for 160 million.
Yeah, then he'll go back to Juventus. Look, I'm looking at his career summary. Madrid, Juventus, Madrid, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, Juventus. It's just like, geez. Like,
bro, sit still for more than 5 minutes, can you?
He doesn't play more than like 60 games for any club. He just moves around.
Bro's a journeyman, but the opposite.
Literally a journeyman, but to the same 3 clubs. Like, what are you doing, son? But yeah, I think who's next? This one, I'm debating even bothering here because there's like one answer. I'm gonna do it anyway. What about Croatia?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, is there any other answer but Modric?
I think so.
I mean, he won Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
I know that's not like huge weight, but it's still one of the best midfielders I've ever seen. So I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah.
This one's quite hard because again, I can only think of older lot. What about Mexico?
Oh.
Again, I can only come up with one.
Go on.
So I got Hugo Sanchez.
Yeah.
It's the only player I can think of.
What about Chicharito?
Oh God, no. Don't get me wrong, good player, but He's not Hugo Sanchez.
Ain't he Mexico's all-time top scorer?
I mean, he might be internationally, yeah, but Hugo Sanchez scored like 400 plus goals at club level.
Yeah, true. And again, he had a good trim.
Yeah, I mean Hugo Sanchez, like what best known for Real Madrid. He was like their top striker for years.
Yeah, yeah. We're missing one. What about Marquez?
Maybe. What Rafael Marquez?
Yeah. Well, could play for
I
Barcelona.
think Hugo Sanchez is better.
Yeah. Okay.
I think good. You don't get me wrong, good. Like obviously to play for Barcelona for as long as he did, but yeah, I think
Well, if there was ever a reason to have two monitors, and I'm a huge advocate for that because you might notice we just cut off briefly there. The recording stopped. So
he did.
I think the power of Hugo Sanchez's trim just kicked us off. But well, we're back, and we decided that Hugo Sanchez was the best Mexican player, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I'm using the right mic. I didn't even check.
Nah,
So,
you're all right.
okay, does it sound fine?
Yeah,
Right.
it sounds fine. Yeah, you're
Can
good.
you imagine?
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to skip a bunch of these because they're nonsense.
Yeah.
Czech Republic, or I will take Czechoslovakia as well.
Ooh.
I've got two.
Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who played. What like? I'm torn between two. Actually,
Who are your two?
Nedved
Yeah.
or Peter Cech.
Yeah, same with mine.
Yeah.
They're the two. I think it's hard to say. Did Nedved win a Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, 2003.
Yeah. So I don't know. They're both unreal.
He was player of the tournament Euro 2004. Obviously they were runner up in that tournament, but he got player of the tournament. But again, Petr Cech, probably one of the best goalkeepers we've ever seen.
Yeah, I think both are fair.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on what you value more, isn't it? Midfield or goalkeeper.
So my initial thought was Nedved.
Yeah.
That was like the first name that came to me.
More exciting rather than a goalkeeper.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. But Cech is completely fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at either, to be fair.
Yeah, take either of those. Fair play. What about Denmark?
I'd have said Christian Eriksen come to mind straight away.
Have a word. There's one key one I think you're missing. Maybe two.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You're going to say it and I'm going to be like... Oh,
yeah.
No, go on.
Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah.
And Laudrup. I think two that immediately came to mind for me. Michael Laudrup and Peter Schmeichel. Don't get me wrong, what's his name? Eriksen was good, but I mean Laudrup, he played for Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid, like of his day. Certainly in the 80s and that, certainly one of the better players to play.
Okay. I kind of forgot Schmeichel was Dutch from Denmark.
Yeah, and then obviously, Schmeichel, unreal keeper, one of the best. You put him as the best keeper you've ever seen, to be fair.
I forgot he was from Denmark.
Where did you think he was from?
I had no idea. You know, there are certain players that you just don't clock until someone says it, and you're like, obviously, yes, obviously, but he's just one of them ones I just never even thought. Like, it wasn't until I sort of said Nedved that I realised that Petr Cech is from
Czech, funnily enough.
I sort of just completely blanked it out of my mind. So
fair play.
Yeah, I'll take either of them actually.
Yeah, so I think Schmeichel was the initial one, but Laudrup I think fine as well. Right, this one I think there's I come up with two. Scotland.
Oh, they're all terrible.
How dare you? It's two unbelievable ones.
I'm thinking Kenny Dalglish.
Yeah. There's one more I can think of.
I've got
United.
Wait, what?
Not Alex Ferguson, if that's where you were going.
No, the only Scottish player that comes to mind from Manchester United is Scott McTominay.
Dennis Law.
Of course, man. Of
Unbelievable.
course. Do you know what? I want to throw a modern one in.
Mm.
Andy Robertson.
I thought you would say John McGinn or something. Or something. I was honestly scared.
Man like John McGinn. Nah,
I
Andy
think, yeah,
Robertson.
certainly Robertson, yeah, is
I
good.
think
It's
he
not a bad
deserves his
shout at all.
flowers. I think.
Not a bad shout. I think Dalglish and Law are better players, but
Yeah,
or were.
more-
But certainly it's not a bad shout at all,
Yeah. I think
especially
so.
in recent years.
Yeah.
But
Although Jaziri is supposed to go to Tottenham for £5 million.
yeah,
Mental.
I think it's
Anyway.
just age might have caught him.
Yeah.
He's just kind of lost it a bit, but
Very
still a
simple.
very good pickup for £5 million.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, I'd snap your hand off if like you offered me £5 million for, or
Yeah.
I offered you £5 million, you accepted it. But
Yeah, absolutely.
moving into Africa a little bit here. This one, I think I've got three that I immediately thought of. What about Ivory Coast? Cote d'Ivoire.
No. See, you've not. Like, there's no question for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say mine first because I think it's
please.
good. For me, it's Yaya Toure.
Yes.
I think he's the best overall player. Obviously,
Right.
Drogba and that
Sick.
certainly up there. But yeah, overall, Yaya for me.
Yeah, Torre was different grade.
Yeah,
man.
fair enough.
Although he was in England for so long and still can't speak English. But, you know,
Yeah.
what a
Don't
guy.
forget his birthday either because he don't like it.
He is just, honestly, as a personality, as a player, like, underrated. Like, just wasn't there in the Prem for too long. I think if he'd have stayed longer.
Yeah,
then-
he moved around a bit. He was at Barcelona and stuff
Yeah.
too.
We played Barcelona as a centre back, didn't he? So,
Yeah, good player, very very good player.
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Drogba, obviously up there.
Yeah, Drogba, 100%.
It's got to be. Did you say Nigeria?
Yeah,
Uh,
I've got two maybe.
JJ Kocha?
Yeah, he's the first one that come to mind.
Just for the flair. Like, proper player. I don't know.
Yeah. There were a few.
There's one name I don't want. There's one name I don't want people to say.
You Osman, probably.
Yeah. No,
I think he's certainly up there. But I think you've got
Ocean Man. No, thank you.
Nwankwo Kano as well.
Mm.
If I'm saying his name right.
Probably
played
not.
at Ajax, Inter Milan, part of Arsenal Invincibles.
Didn't he play at Portsmouth?
Yeah, ended his career there.
Yeah.
Bit of a Barclaysman, to be fair, like not far off. But before, like, you could consider him a Barclaysman, he was like actually unreal.
Yeah.
As well. So him maybe. They're the two that came to mind. But I do think genuinely, I think Osman's actually not an awful shout.
I think he's just overrated, man.
Oh, here we go. Overrated.
I'm not feeling the sauce. Not interested.
Okay, what about Ghana?
See, this is where I'm gonna let you go first, just to make sure that I know they're even Ghanaian.
Okay, actually, you know what? No, you go first, just because I want to know if you got...
No, because do you know what? Yeah, why not? Michael Essien.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah.
He was Ghanaian. Thank God.
And certainly, good, not a bad shout. He was one of mine.
Hello, Ghanaian Pele.
What, Aberdeen
Yeah.
Pele? Yeah, he was my first option. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was very good. Played a lot in France.
Yeah, he won a Champions League with Marseille, didn't he?
Yeah. Back in the 80s, I think.
93.
Was it 93? That must have been like last year he was there.
Probably. Yeah, I think they'd be my two. I'm glad that
one.
I don't know.
Very famous.
Bramble.
Yes, exactly. So there's another one. Played for, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Played in a lot of France, Italy, played for Sunderland. Then I think he went a bit off the rails and started going to like China and like Saudi and all that. But you got Asamoah Gyan. Potentially.
Yeah, maybe. Did he play for Sunderland?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, he did.
I was say he can't have been there very long.
Nah, wasn't there long. He moved around every 5 minutes. I think he was a bit of a money chaser.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, get the bag, innit? I mean.
Yeah. What about this one, right? So this one's a deep. There's actually a few names. I will
Okay.
take both countries, so Serbia, or I will take Yugoslavia as well.
Oh,
I've got two. I've got one for both.
I'm trying to think of big Serbs. Mitrovic is he Serbian?
Yeah. I say I've got both. I don't. I've got just Serbian, I think. Don't think I've got anyone from Yugoslavia. Or maybe, actually.
Um, who's that bloke that played for Marseille?
There's been a few of them.
I can't think what his name is. Played for I think he played for Marseille and Red Star. I can't think what his name is.
Stojkovic.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah, him.
Yeah, he was one of mine that I was
Yeah.
considering for like the Yugoslavia side.
Yeah. Or there's one
There's
more.
one you're missing.
Played for AC Milan, didn't he? Won the Champions League.
Serbian.
Yeah. Played he played for AC Milan, won the Champions League. I can't think what his name
I
is.
think Pavlovic?
No,
He's a new player, isn't he?
I'm gonna look it up.
Must be
I'm
with Milan. How long ago?
trying to thought. Let me Google it. I'm just that just springs to mind, and the only reason why I sort of remember it is there's a bloke at work that he's like a encyclopedia of World Cups and everything. We went down this rabbit hole of like old players that were like 90s,
So was it Yugoslavia or Serbia?
Serbian, I think, or is he Yugoslavian?
Bloody hell!
He managed Serbia.
I mean, the only one I know is Stojkovic that because he managed.
Oh, it's I can't pronounce it. It's I'm not even going to try and pronounce it.
That's good. Which
I'll tell you what, I'll type it to you so you can try and pronounce it.
But like, you bear in mind, Yugoslavia changed to Serbia in like what
him
90s.
I'll just send it to you. But him and
Savicevic.
Yeah, him. That's who I was thinking of.
Didn't think of him, to be fair.
Yeah, he played for Milan, didn't he, in the early 90s?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Or they would have been Yugoslavia back then.
Or Vidic, right?
Yeah, Vidic, Stankovic, or Stojkovic were the three. Not as good as the others, I don't think.
No, definitely not as good, but, he's
not
captain of Ajax for a while. Not an awful shout.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Stankovic, Stojkovic, or Vidic for me.
Yeah. I'm sorry it took me so long to figure that guy's name. It was really bugging me.
Yeah, I think I did not think of him, to be fair.
It was really annoying me. And I was like, there's that bloke that played for Milan, but I cannot think of his name. What is his name?
There's been a fair few Milanese players.
Yeah.
I got three more, maybe four more, like decent ones, and then I think we're probably all good, really. If we can't think of any more good nations, so what USA?
Ugh. Boo! None of them.
I've got.
Tim
I think
Howard.
there's probably one. I mean, it's not a bad shout. I've got Pulisic, Clint Dempsey, or possibly Landon Donovan as.
I'd take Pulisic out of that equation.
Really?
Yeah, man. I
think he's the best overall player.
Really?
Yeah.
Better
than. To be fair, you don't play for. I don't know. You don't play for Dortmund, Chelsea, Milan if you're like not good, like on a regular basis.
I don't know about that one. That there have definitely been some players that have snuck through that are not great.
Oh yeah, but the fact that he's been at big clubs his entire career shows that he's clearly got something about him.
Maybe I'm just not convinced. I don't know.
Yeah, I certainly think he's in raw talent. I can't think of one better. You've got some good players, but
I quite like. I know it's not going to be up there, but I quite like Weston McKennie.
Yeah, he's good player.
I'm not saying he's on this list.
No. But I think he's certainly up. He could be.
Wasn't Sergio Dest American? I'm making that up.
Yes, was, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Landon Donovan, I think, is their top goal scorer, but whether or
Yeah.
not he was overall like an amazing player is another one.
Yeah, no, fair.
South Korea, I think there's two.
Human Song.
Yeah, I think Son or Park Ji Sung
Yeah,
are the two. I think Son is probably better peak.
but
I
Park
think,
Ji Sung was just a workhouse, man.
yeah, like I remember the famous one is when he marked Pirlo,
Oh,
and
it was
I think Pirlo had something like 20 touches the whole game when he was like marking him.
underrated player.
Oh god, yeah, I think he's certainly one of the most underrated players in the Prem that's ever
I
seen.
agree.
He was ridiculous. He's a big game player. Like Ferguson picked him in these games for a reason.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think they're the two. What about Japan?
Uh,
I've got two.
My mind's gone blank. My mind's
I've
gone
got
completely blank. Go on.
I've got Kaisuke Honda, just
Yeah,
still playing. I'm pretty sure today. Geezer's
yeah,
got to be 96, and then
yeah.
Shinji Kagawa are the two
Agawa. Yeah,
that I've come with. I mean, Dortmund and United, and Kaisuke Honda's been everywhere.
Toma. Not done enough.
Up there, but not. I don't think as good as the other two.
Yeah, Endo at Liverpool.
No, getting good, but
You know he's like almost 40.
yeah, he's very old.
Like, but he looks younger than me. Like,
Yeah, Kaisuke Honda. Just looking at, he played at Milan, played in Russia, played in Australia, played all over the place. Honda
yeah, fair. Yeah,
managed as
Or
well. To be
we
fair,
could
to him.
go for the oldest player who is currently 58 and still playing. Of
Hey, what?
Kazuyoshi Mura. He's currently playing as a forward for Fukushima United. He was born in 1967.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he's currently 58 years old.
Fair play to him.
And again, he looks younger than me. So, you know,
Lifestyle, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
he's fit and
he started his career at Santos in 1986,
Yeah.
and he's still going now.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Insane.
Absolutely ridiculous.
He hasn't made an
Um,
appearance yet, admittedly.
He's
But-
probably like can only play like once every few weeks.
But yeah, he's
Pretty
58 years
knackered.
old.
Jesus, fair play
Yeah,
to
man.
him.
Yeah, shout out. What a guy.
And then I think the last one I can think of is I will take both again. I said it earlier: Russia or the Soviet Union.
Oh, it's probably Yashin, isn't it?
Lev Yashin, Igor Belanov, or Arshavin. I think for me,
Is there any modern day Russian footballers you can think of?
don't think that are amazing.
No,
Trying to think.
I can't think of any now.
Best like modern. What we class as modern?
Like today, As in-
Golovin, maybe.
still playing to this day.
Golovin, Miranchuk. I think Golovin's at Monaco.
Yeah, he is.
Miranchuk's in Italy somewhere.
It's not really any, is there? Really?
One of their keepers is PSG, but he obviously doesn't play. But
He's Ukrainian, isn't he? Not Russian. You're thinking of
have a look. Safonov is his name.
Oh.
Yeah, born in Russia. Russian.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was
Who
thinking.
are you thinking of?
They've got a Ukrainian keeper, haven't they?
Is it the national Lunin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's
Or is he not
He's at
Madrid?
Madrid. He is at Madrid. Because I don't know if he. Yeah, no, Lunin's never been at PSG. Who's the Ukrainian keeper at PSG?
No, sorry. I thought you said Madrid. Apologies. I thought you said
Oh.
this guy was at Madrid, and I was like, wait, no, that's Lunin.
Oh no, that's bad nations to mix up.
That's what I thought you said. I was like,
No.
okay.
no.
Glad you cleared that up.
Yeah, let's. Speaking of, yeah, Lev Yashin. Let's go with that one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Back in the day, but yeah, they're the only nations I can think of. If you can think of any more, feel free. But they were the ones I immediately thought of.
I think the rest of them are sort of low hanging fruit. Like,
Yeah, you get like ones where you're going to start struggling to think of players off the top of your head, or there's just one standout.
yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah, I mean that's a good place. Unless you got anything to add, I think that's a good little place to end off.
No, I think other than the technical difficulty, it's pretty decent. So,
Yep,
yeah, I'll
good stuff.
yeah, I think we're good to leave it there.
Sounds good. So yeah, obviously, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for bearing with us through my drunken antics of missing a week. But yeah, thanks for listening. Obviously, all our platforms are in the description below wherever you are watching. We are also going to start using some new thumbnails on the clips very shortly. So let us know what they look like when they come out. And if there's any other nations that you think we forgot, do put them in the comments and let us know any players that you think we forgot for any of the ones we did mention as well. There could be some that we just completely forgot about.
Yeah, probably.
Could be there. So yeah, no, thanks everyone for listening, and we will see you next week.
Adios, amigos.
Goodbye.